Morning, how is everyone? Please make sure you help yourself to some coffee and donuts. We have a lot of information to go over. If this is your first forum, this is a quarterly update. It's a comprehensive update from myself and all of our leadership team to you, the residents, letting you know what we've been working on, what we accomplished, and what we have coming on the horizon. So we do have a couple that were out. Kyle actually has a mock survey that he is involved in. Sales has a visitor on a call. Sherry is on vacation. So you're going to be hearing my voice for just a little bit, but we want to make sure that we get you all of the information. So again, this is Q1 Forum 2026, but we are covering the Q4, quarter 4 of last year. So it is a quarterly recap of all the things we have done and accomplished. So without further ado, we will go over my forum updates. So just a couple policies that LCS either updated or rolled out or edited were our Navigator Policy and Procedure Manual for 2026 and our UKG punch requirements. That is some timekeeping in HR, but it is some differences that we did change. Some aspects, kind of what took the majority of my time in Q4, remember, at quarter 4. Usually that is a lot of holidays, a lot of events, a lot of Christmas, a lot of parties, but nonetheless, we all still have jobs to do around that park, right? So, completed majority of the roof with the Blue Team project. We did hire our new executive chef, Todd. We hired our new IHS director, Shantae. Completed our carports restoration with Blue Team. Completed our annual rate increase meeting with Sherry Scoitso, our Director of Financial Services. Completed annual resident survey for 2025. Completed our North and South Porte-Cochere with Blue Team project. Executed our Q4 OIR documents that we are required to do quarterly. Hired a new EVS director, Amy. Managed our flat roof project with Blue Team. Completed multiple regional visits with my boss, Sherry Robinson, LCS Dom. Began the design process for the North and South dining rooms. Attended a first responders event. Executed 2 internal transfers for the right sizing promotion. Completed our P-Wing and N-Wing water intrusion project. Attended our quarterly all-staff meeting. Attended our Row Christmas party, dinner. Completed our scaffolding project for the P-Wing. Completed budget for 2026. Completed CapEx budget for 2026. Had our director's Christmas party. Had our all-staff Christmas party. Completed a visit with Regional Sales Director Amy Wall. Completed a regional audit and visit with our Health and Wellness Director Beth Griggs. Attended our DRR, Designated Resident Representative, and LCS regional meeting with Margaret and that team. Attended our monthly new resident orientation. Attended our bi-weekly new hire orientation. Attended our milestone anniversary dinner. That was for our employees that were 5, 10, 15, 20, and up. And completed quarterly workers' comp review. That's my favorite part. So just some services. We did get those salon chairs replaced and working on that. We did repair the Hydra machine. We're working on that.
No salon chairs.
Yeah, okay. It's ordered, remember?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It has been ordered. Repaired the Hydra machine. Replaced electric vehicle charging stations. Installed new check boxes in both mail rooms. Purchased new coffee machines for the town hall. Purchased new clock for the breezeway. Installed privacy screens on the 3rd floor sports lounge. So those were just some of my accomplishments and aspects of my role. I obviously had a lot of administrative, non-resident facing, but those were just some of the few things that we accomplished for you in Q4. I will go over a little bit of Sherry's information. We always have this. She goes over this with the financial committee and meets with them regularly, but just to really do a very high level. So 2025 year-to-date financial results through the end of last year. Our IL occupancy was 95.8%. Our AL occupancy ended at 96.3%. Our skilled nursing facility occupancy ended at 90%, so for a total of 95.5%. Our entrance fees and refunds, 2025 year-to-date sales were 71 on a budget of 60. Yes, I know. Very exciting stuff. 2025 year-to-date refunds were 51 on a budget of 55, and then the net attrition was 13 million on a budget of 11. So just a really high level of the revenue. The actual ended around 33 million on a budget of about 33 million, so we hit budget. Just a little bit about expenditures and controllables. So all in all, our total controllables were under budget at 20,000 on a budget of about 21,000. So obviously that is, I'm sorry, million, thank you, million. Wouldn't that be nice? Thank you, million. So that's obviously the premise, right? To make sure we manage our expenses and control the revenue aspect. So all in all, I think we've been good stewards of our financial outcomes and been really prudent in making sure that we are financially viable as a community. So all in all, we've got some uncontrollables. A lot of times those are the not fun ones. Those are utilities, management fees, and insurance and taxes. So all in all, we still did really well on that at 25 million on a budget of 26 million. And then overall, when all of that's said and done, when you have your pluses and your minuses, when your expenses and your revenue, just like your checkbook, right? You make this much, you spend this much. At the end of the day, our NOI ended at about 7 million on a budget of 6.5. So again, we ended up in a very financial viable place. So really proud of what we accomplished this year, and thank you for your collaboration helping us with that. So from that, I'll pass it over to Miss Betsy.
All right, good morning. So I'm going to start with some administrative responsibilities. I continue to complete every Tuesday the Tuesday Talk newsletter. I know everyone enjoys it and reads that, right? No one can say you didn't tell me because it's in Tuesday Talk. I hired some new receptionists and security guards to join our team. I still have one more full-time evening position to fill. I did renew all of our Florida DBPR, which is our professional licenses for the restaurants and being a, an occupied building. So that is due every January. I've held the reception team meeting to discuss some opportunities to update some processes that we have in place. So we've got some exciting changes to come. I've been meeting with the families of residents that have passed away to close out their apartments and accounts. I just distributed the annual ad valorem homestead forms to residents to complete, so I'm auditing that, and if you have not completed that, I will come find you. I am continuing to work with Blue Team Communications to residents. Currently, we're on the Lanai projects. I've met with the newly hired employees in orientations to educate on HIPAA. I am meeting with residents to complete notary requests. I'm continuing to work on storage locker audits and cleanouts. And then just continuing to participate in many community events. And then because Aaron is not here, I will just cover a couple of exciting marketing updates. So in Q4, they closed 21 sales. So that was very exciting. They hit the goal of the road to 95, ending at a 96% occupancy. They began the Signature Club, which is an LCS branded wait list program. They are discontinuing the Oasis program for move-ins as they no longer have the availability for the program, as they're still honoring the ones that know about the program through the end of the year. They closed the record-breaking year with the number of move-ins at 71. They broke the previous record for census at an all-time high of 96.6%. They began the search for a new move-in coordinator and third sales counselor, so they are in the talks right now for a sales counselor. They hired a new marketing and events coordinator, Taylor Gibson. They increased the overall social media score from 80 to 83%. They increased the social media response on Facebook and have quadrupled the post response. They increased the resident referrals. And then our very own Lucy Norland was named as top sales professional for the entire Peak portfolio. And so she will be able to have some fun in the sun at the annual Pinnacle Sales Celebration destination. So congratulations to Lucy.
Good morning. My name is Dawn Evans. I'm the HR director. We still focus on recruitment. Some of the efforts that we've made is turnover continues to trend down. 2025 turnover rate was 38.4 in December, which was down 5%. We continue with our social media postings on LinkedIn for brand recognition and to promote Regency Oaks as an employer of choice. For hiring and outreach, we continue to meet with different academies in the local area for candidate pools. Right now, we are working with Ultimate Medical Academy. We continue our partnership with Palm Harbor University High School for LPNs and CNAs, and St. Pete College for LPNs as well. Policy update, we did roll out the UKG time card punch restriction in November to ensure compliance in labor regulations and to improve payroll accuracy. OSHA annual reporting was completed for 2025. We had 13 reportable injuries with time away from work or restrictions. That was no change from 2025. However, our non-reportables did go up to 15 this year. So we're working on a safe environment, so that's an initiative for 2026. We completed open enrollment. We conducted performance training for managers for the 2025 evaluation period, which is in process right now. We conducted quarterly all-staff meetings for company updates, events, recognition, and safety initiatives. The cultural committee had several events. We do the Jeans Day to support Alzheimer's, the employee milestone dinner. We had a food drive. Thank you so much for everybody who participated in that. Holiday party and monthly fun cards. We assist with the employee gift fund committee. Thank you again for your generosity. The employees so appreciated everything that you've done for them. I don't know if I don't think it's working. Sorry. I'm almost done. Okay. Monthly review of all resident submitted COT cards for Employee of the Month selection. That's really important because your feedback helps to pick the Employee of the Month. So thanks so much for providing your feedback. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So some updates for the healthcare center here. So our assisted living remains fully occupied. We have a projected census to close the month at 25, or around 97% occupied. Our skilled nursing maintained a census of 57, or around 95% occupied for the quarter on a budget of 55. We had a case management focused marketing events that occurred in November and December of 2025. We had our quarterly daycare call as a preferred provider, was conducted with Regency Oaks. We still maintain good standing on our quality measures, our return to hospital, and length of stay. And so those are things they look at on a monthly basis to making sure we can stay a preferred provider. We have family night scheduled for Thursday, February 12th. We still remain a 4-star rating in both quality measures and it's 5 stars in staffing. We have a mock survey going on currently in our skilled nursing. And we have a mock survey that was conducted in January for our assisted living, which scored 95%. Had a quarterly in-person meeting with our PDPs, which is LCS's professional development program for future healthcare administrators. That was conducted last week, and we had LCS on site. And then medical director. So if you aren't aware, our medical director is going to be leaving, Dr. Khalil. He's been promoted with Baycare Healthcare Systems, so he'll be the regional Baycare medical director for Baycare. And so we're actively interviewing for a new medical director for our healthcare center, and so we hope to have a decision by the end of the week. We'll let you know as soon as that decision has been made and announced who the new medical director will be at the healthcare center. And we're still actively recruiting for a dietary manager for our healthcare center, since Colleen Vosse is no longer with us. And that is it for the healthcare center for the last quarter. I'm going to hand it over to Darwin.
Morning. Here are some of the accomplishments we did for the last quarter. We did complete the repairs of the irrigation system throughout the campus, completed the S-Wing elevator number 4 upgrading. Working home, crossing our fingers is still up and running. Replace hidden sensors on the healthcare SNF HVAC. Replace a total of 10 HVAC units on residence room. Completed all carports repairs from the hurricane. Replace north cooling tower fan assembly. Replace the main lights on the entry on the north building and on the healthcare. Replace the electrical board on the south commercial dishwasher. Completed 10 UTOs for new residents to move in. Replace main circuit on breaker for the life safety generator. Replace regulator on the spot pump. Completed minor repairs on the generator. Completed annual inspections for the pump room. Replace the north main HVAC. One of them. Complete north and south corridors HVAC replacements. Replacement of the pool pump seals. Completed the tree trimming throughout campus. We did updated the charging station. Replaced control board on automatic door on the south building. And for this quarter, we completed a total of 1,640 work orders. Now we're working on the planning for 2026, and one of the main projects we're going to be starting is the Breezeway. Hopefully, we're shooting for next week. We will have something more specified on where we're starting and how long it's going to take to make it easy for everyone. And as everyone knows, Julie, moving for my position, she's going to be working with Ginger, and we are currently hiring for somebody to replace her plant operations coordinator. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. Environmental services, we have worked with a new local vendor to complete deep cleaning of the first and second floor north restrooms. We're going to be looking into doing the deep clean of the south restroom shortly. We welcome 3 new employees, Rhaenyra and Adriana in the south building and Jessere in assisted. Marina, if you have gotten an opportunity to meet her in the south building, she has been promoted to the housekeeping lead. And then, of course, we appreciate your patience and understanding while we get everybody in their new roles. We did get another full-time position started with us as of yesterday, so we will get that trained and we'll continue on. We will be starting our weekly projects again with a more formatted schedule. So this is going to include your elevators, elevator tracks, exit doors, things like that. We brought a new vendor in, Renew Systems, for a carpet deep clean in independent living. And this quarter we completed 40 additional ancillary surfaces. And then just some stuff for the quarter one. The trash rooms in the north building are going to be power washed. We are going to put that onto a quarterly project. And then I didn't add it up here, but we are going to be bringing in some new updates to the suite amenities.
Good morning. I'm Shantae from IHS, and some of the IHS events that occurred in the last quarter was we participated in the Spooky Donuts in the north and south of the lobby. We did also the trunk or treat. We participated and had a table at the health fair. We had a table at the arts and crafts fair with donuts. We also had a table during the talk with the CPA for organization and filing taxes, getting ready for that. We emailed all families and emergency contacts for IHS holiday gift certificates for loved ones this year. We did Christmas cookies in the dining room for the indoor picnic buffet. Participated with the holiday musical bingo with Joanne McDermott. We also did a table for gift wrapping and shopping for the holidays. Hired a new IHS director, complimentary Lindsay. We also received a plaque for the Top Performer Club Award. It was 20% or higher margin every month in the year of 2025. We also received another plaque for the $1 Million Club Award, $1.8 million for the year of 2025. We beat budget by $173,000 for the year and beat budget by $151,000 NOI for the year. Some of the things that we're doing is the Be Safe, Keep Your Heart in Shape puzzle raffle that's going on right now. If you haven't filled it out, please do so and bring it to our office. We have hired 2 PRN home health aides, 1 full-time home health aide from transferred over from EVS, and a 1 PRN IHS nurse. And continuing to look for 2 more HHA aides. And we just continue to distribute, more flyers, get involved with the Tuesday Talk, and I didn't add that either, but we do have IT tech support. It's gonna be rolled out here very soon, so more information to come. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, I'm Kelly Clark, I'm your Resident Services Director. And so your Resident Services and Health teams, we held the quarterly transition of care discussion. Our next one is scheduled for April of this year. Those dates will be posted soon. We welcomed Dr. Saba's team with educational sessions for incontinence and different treatments. We initiated the Health and Wellbeing Questionnaire. This is a new LCS tool that will assist us with your current needs and proactively work with you on health, any type of health and safety issues that you may have. Upcoming, we are going to be continuing with the sales department to ensure that you have a smooth move-in process and continue with our new resident orientation. I do appreciate those who come in and support and say hello and welcome the new residents. I think that's a great addition to that program. I am working with additional providers and our internal nurses group to bring you more education and support services. And we will have a wellness event for Earth Day in April, and we will continue working to achieve our gold status level for 2026. And I'm also going to read from Life Enrichment. We held arts and crafts shows and the sale, which was a huge success due to the committed residents and talented residents that we have, so we thank you very much for that. We had the petting zoo return to the community, and that was enjoyed by everyone. We had trips including the Tampa Bay Museum, Palm Pavilion Restaurant, the casino, and Bahama Breeze Restaurant. We continue with the nurses group and the high school tech team support. We have our vendors from Avon, Clinique, Touchtone Jewelry. And in December, we were packed with entertainers such as Elvis and Michael impersonators. We have the Sweet Company a cappella group, Rich Wilson, the children from Espiritu Santo, Martigal Singers, and the Soliniers Holiday Show, the Vocal Cords Holiday Show, John Tempinelli, the dance recital with special needs children, Countryside High School Chorus, International Choral Group, and 2 Christmas Eve church services. And then we had the New Year's Eve party, and we had trips that consisted of the Holiday Lights bus tour, International Plaza shopping trip, Maggiano's restaurant, Francis Wilson Playhouse, Dunedin Community Chorus. Vendors consisted of Becky's Beach Glass Artist, Fashions by Sarah's Jewelry, Touchtone Jewelry, Avon, Mary Kay Cosmetics. We had entertainers for the month of January. We had Carla Hines, Louis Bravo, Lisa Stiles. We took trips to Francis Wilson, O'Keefe's Restaurant, Trader Joe's, Rusty Belly's, the casino, and a new program for retired teachers meeting. We're going to continue with the Power Moves for Parkinson's classes with Barbara every Wednesday at 2 p.m. in the town hall. We'll see Barbara at the fitness center to have her do fitness assessments before taking the class. We have a French class first and third Tuesday at 1 p.m., the Arts and Crafts Room, and we have trips and sign-ups on the trip tables to Tampa Bay Downs on February 13th, and the Science Aquarium on February 11th, and the casino on February 26th. And then, as Darwin mentioned, Judy will be transitioning over to the Transportation Department.
You wanna mention Spanish class?
Spanish class, what day?
Our Spanish class every Wednesday,
Spanish class every Wednesday in the Arts and Crafts?
right?
Hello, everybody. Ricky, Dustin, and Todd. A couple updates for you from Food and Beverage. We hired a new prep cook, Todd White, so congratulations. Anyway, we're thrilled to have Todd here. On a personal note, honestly, it feels like I've been working with him for about 10 years now, so very happy to have him. He's almost as good a cook as I am. Anyhow, we rebranded the North Private Dining Room as the Oak Room, introduced afternoon delight option in Brick and Vine. We're having our Valentine's Day celebration this Friday with a very special menu. Todd added a healthy menu update of the Kale Reuben sandwich on the left side of the menu. But also the left side of the menu changed and will change monthly going forward just to have seasonal veg and mix things up a little bit. Looking forward to better weather for hosting outdoor events in the breezeway. Previously gourmet will now be called the Chef's Table with Todd and Nick. The pub will be changing the menu monthly. We're going to have our Passover celebration dinner in April. Celebrating, if we can have a round of applause for Dustin making it 20 years here. You got a new Mercedes for that too, by the way.
That big.
Diapers for life. Celebrating a decade here myself. Can't believe I made it though. And Todd celebrating for 3 weeks. Congratulations. We will now take questions.
And he knows where Publix is.
He knows where Publix is.
Is the one that's broken? Oh, I hate those things never work. Give me a mic down there that's working. Having technical difficulty.
Okay, I have a mic that's working. All right. So any questions we have? Miss Judy, kick us off.
In about 30 minutes, it will have been 3 weeks since my vinyls were removed. Is there any indication of when you're going to do the metal work for replacing the screens and replace the vinyl windows?
We actually have them here today to replace the ones on the 5th floor. They're gonna see how long that takes and schedule a meeting for the 4th floor. So I should know by the end of today when they'll get to your floor.
Any other questions? Yes, Miss Mary.
I was just curious if the new dietary manager will be a dietitian, or do we have any dietitians on board?
So we do have a registered dietitian on site that we have a contract with. Her name is Kelly Graney, and so she comes a couple times a week. So we do have a registered dietitian that's on site, and when we are actively recruiting, we would prefer someone with a registered dietitian license as well, but it's not required.
No independent dietitian? Independent living dietitian?
Well, so our registered dietitian kind of does work for our community. If there's something specifically you're looking for, you can always reach out to our food and beverage department, and maybe we can help you assist with that.
Well, the doctors keep telling us,
So they are hired for healthcare because regulatory wise, we have to have them. We do not have a dedicated registered dietitian for independent living, but we can most certainly collaborate with them if and when you'd like to. And we can have, we can work through Ricky and our team on that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
My wife Linnell wanted me to thank Food and Beverage that this is now our 7th month here, and she has yet to turn on the stove.
Amen. Thanks for saving us all from
It's
cooking.
also been amazing to cut down on food costs.
That's right.
And we have an empty refrigerator.
That's right. You don't have to clean your fridge.
So I'd like to particularly thank Food and Beverage for all you did, and we're particularly
That way you don't have to smoke
it's the way
detector
you
go
come
off.
around the dining room and ask questions and graciously take suggestions as to what we would like or what we don't like. So it's very important to be in front of us all, and we thank you for that, so I appreciate it. The other thing is, just briefly, we thoroughly enjoyed, since we've been here these 7 months, the specialty dinners. They've been absolutely excellent, beautifully done, and a lot of fun. So we thank you so much for all you do every day.
Absolutely. We share those sentiments, so thank you.
Is Karen Lee here? Is Karen Lee here?
Karen Lee?
Karen Lee.
No, she's not.
All right, well, Kelly mentioned in her presentation about the 2 Christmas Eve celebrations, and I just want to thank Kelly and Ginger and the entire staff for pulling off those 2 celebrations and the way we were able to coordinate with Karen, because each service is set up differently. My recollection is we had close to 90 some odd people, and it was a beautiful, beautiful day and a beautiful service. So thanks a lot for all the help, Ginger.
Absolutely, and thank you, Bill. Appreciate it.
I have a question, I guess it's to Darwin. In the north parking lot, the elevator folks have created a trash bin. I'd like to see it cleaned up, because that's my front door. Can you do that?
Definitely, I'll follow up.
Okay.
I know they were gonna have someone stop by to pick up all the equipment. They're not using it anymore.
Thank you. We'll get that taken care of.
I think Darwin mentioned something about I think Darwin mentioned something about a breezeway update. What exactly are you gonna do on the breezeway?
We are gonna be working on the flooring, to refinish the flooring, to make it match from all north, south, and the new building. So it's gonna be sand off and repainted with epoxy paint and with sand to be anti-slip.
Resurfaced.
Yeah, resurfaced.
Because there's cracks.
So we'll be.
We'll be
not
beginning
able to
that
use the
project.
breezeway?
What was that? Sorry.
We'll not be able to use the breezeway at that time?
That's what we're planning. I met with the contractor earlier, and we're gonna try to do it in 3 phases. But I'll pull something out so everybody understands where we're gonna start and how long it's gonna take for each phase. So we're looking at 3 phases right now. But I'll let you know before Friday, exactly.
Yeah, we'll get more information out. It's gonna be a huge project. It's gonna be extremely, extremely inconvenient. They can't just go left to right, so we are going to do it in phases and kind of have a plan for various ways to get through the areas you need to get through. But we have to do the project. The breezeways need to be resurfaced. They are cracking. There are uneven areas that we'd like to get fixed. I know many of you have brought that to our attention. So we are going to be getting those areas addressed. But yes, it will be a very large project, and it will be inconvenient. But we are going to try to make it as painless as possible for you. Darwin just met with the gentleman right before this meeting, so he'll have additional information and bring the Building Grounds Committee into it so we can make sure it is least disruptive as possible.
My question relates to the 250th anniversary. And do we have a schedule of events that maybe each department plans to do? Or is this all going to be done by the Activities Committee?
250th anniversary.
For the United States.
I see. it is my understanding the residents have a committee that they are planning for that, and I believe Ginger's collaborating with them.
That's a question.
I have a question. Maybe I'm the only one, but what is the Oasis program?
So that was something that sales was doing for new move-ins. It was letting them stay in one apartment while they were getting moved in, but now that we are so significantly limited, we do not have the luxury of doing that anymore. Good problem to have. Any other questions? Yes.
I have a question about the eyesore of the pod that's in the parking lot. Whose is that and how long is it?
So that is for the elevator. We had that over, remember we had that on the S wing, now it's moving to the R wing. That is where they're storing their equipment while they work on the elevators. It's necessary for them to complete their project.
Well, it's a really poor impression.
I know. We're gonna get it cleaned up. Not the pod, it's not gonna be completely removed, but we're gonna get it cleaned up. It's only there temporarily, not much longer.
In regard to the celebration 250th year, the Oaks has an article every issue, something to do with our beginning as a nation.
Thank you, Johanna. Any other questions? Mariella? No employee injuries. No more.
Just wanted to remind everybody of the youth coming this afternoon, 3 o'clock, Grand Lobby South, to help you with any of your tech issues. Make sure you bring your passwords.
Need those, they don't know those. Okay, if there's no additional questions, thank you all for attending. We appreciate your collaboration and support. Have a great Tuesday. Make sure there's plenty of donuts and